What's up, everybody? The newest video game movie is here, but it's being called one of the worst ever made. This is going to be a spoiler review for the movie, so you've been warned. Now let's get into it. I'm going to get started with my cons here, and this is unfortunately going to be the majority of the video. This was a rough watch. It all starts with a story that really kind of reminds you of a Kmart version of a James Gunn team-up script, whether that be, Suicide Squad or Guardians. It rings with both, as Eli Roth does not have that same sauce, as this story was just so incredibly dry in the emotion department. There's absolutely no stakes, and they fail to make you care about any of the characters, so even if there were stakes, it wouldn't really have mattered. The twist with the true key being Cate Blanchett instead of Ariana Greenblatt was so incredibly obvious after like 5 minutes of this movie that you also don't really care about that by the time it's revealed. Also, I didn't really think the ending of this movie felt earned for the entire group. It just kind of felt like so little happened throughout that this is just like, all right, here you go, movie's over. On the other hand, this cast that I was extremely excited about couldn't have cared less to be there for the most part. It wasn't all of them. I will give them a little benefit of the doubt because this movie played like it had a terrible script after they ditched the one that Craig Mazin, who's done The Last of Us and Chernobyl, two phenomenal shows. He gave them a great script apparently, but they could have at least made it entertaining. And I mean, they really didn't, as it was a stat cast, and I expected just a little bit more, even if the movie was terrible. Then, one last thing, although these are three pretty major things that'll really drag a movie down, I thought the visuals were incredibly weak. Once you get past that opening scene or like credit roll thing, Kate Blanchett's character going Phoenix Jean Grey looked just about as good as it did back when Famke Janssen did it in the early 2000s, and it was more or less the same with all the VFX throughout the movie. But I do have a couple positives, or at the very least, some things and cast members I want to acknowledge because they were good in this heaping pile of shit. The first is the opening scene, or like I said, the kind of credits they do that are in that like video game style. I don't know if that's the Borderlands game style because I hadn't played the games, and I'd actually kind of hoped that would benefit my experience, but it didn't, and that's a whole different conversation. This is a pro section though, and so this was very cool, and this stylized opening really kind of got my hopes up for the movie. Then there were the three cast members that I thought were strong throughout their scenes in the movie. One only had a couple scenes, but whatever. That one is Bobby Lee, one of my favorite comics, and he was in two good scenes. He really only had the two scenes at the pub where they stop on their journey, and those were great. Then Ariana Greenblatt, who's built a hell of a career already, and Jack Black were strong throughout most, if not all, of the movie in the main cast for me. And so that'll do it for my review of Borderlands. Unfortunately, the critics were right on this one, as it truly has me thinking if it was worse than Madam Web, and well, yeah, that's tough, as it'll land at a 4 out of 10 for me personally. Let me know what you thought of the movie, though, down in the comments below, and make sure you have a great day.